Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I'm back renovating this apartment, which is an eco lifestyle apartment, and this time I am doing one that is 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom for some twin sisters. I imagine that these sisters are like the best of friends. They do everything together. They are still different, like they're individual from each other. They're not exactly the same. I do imagine they're identical though. But I mean, that's totally up to you guys if you decide to create the Sims that live here. But I thought it would be nice to create an apartment for some sisters. So yeah, hopefully you guys like the way it turned out. I decided to use a lot of stuff from Eco Lifestyle and like Dream Home Decorator and like Tiny Living and all of that kind of stuff that go together. Actually, I'm not really sure if I use that much from Tiny Living, but Tiny Living totally goes with this style. So if you're into this, all of that stuff goes together really nicely. And I started off by decorating the kitchen. The kitchen is probably my favorite room in this entire apartment. I just love the way it turned out. I ended up putting a dining table in here. At this moment, I thought I could fit one in the center of the kitchen. I don't know why I thought that. I guess I thought that the kitchen was like twice as big as it actually is. But once I placed the chairs in here, I was like, oh yeah, that's way too crowded. Then I thought about putting it in like the hallway leading to it, like kind of in the living room area. But then I decided that it would actually work really nicely over here by the window. And I really just love the way this looks. And I can just imagine sitting here and having like breakfast or dinner and looking out into the city. And I'm building in the version of Evergreen Harbor that is the updated version, like the modernized version. Because if you guys are familiar or not familiar with this expansion pack, Eco Lifestyle, the original world when you start playing the game is like industrial, it's dirty, there's trash everywhere, and through gameplay or cheats you can upgrade the world to be more modernized and eco-friendly, and it's clean, and like everything changes. And I think it's such a cool feature to this world. It's one of my favorite worlds to build in. Like I just love both styles, and like the lighting and stuff is really pretty. And recently I found out that this world is broken. At least, well, it's weird. Okay, so I went in to build in this world in like the harbor area like a few days ago, and everything was blue. It was like the ground had disappeared, and like there was these weird like glitchy lines, and it looked obviously terrible, and it was not something I would want to build in or play in. And I found out that if you move a sim onto the lot, then everything looks fine and normal. But then I actually just started a build there yesterday, and I didn't have a sim on the lot, so I thought I would just try it and see how it went, and none of that glitch happened. And I didn't change anything, like no settings in my game, I didn't remove any mods, I didn't change anything, and it was completely normal. So I'm not sure what caused it or if it's gonna come back, but a lot of you guys have said that you've had the similar or like the same issue. And I asked over on Twitter, and a lot of people have said they've had the same issue as well. So it's pretty common. Let me know if you've had it like come and go like that, or if it came once and then you never saw it again. Hopefully that's the case for me, because I really like building here, and I don't necessarily always want to build with a sim on the lot. So yeah, anyways, let me know your guys' experiences. But here you can see in the kitchen, I decided to switch up the cabinets with these just modular cabinets instead of the overhead cabinets that actually go with these counters. And I think it worked so much better because I just don't really like the overhead cabinets that came with this particular counter set. But thankfully these actually match perfectly. They come in like the same colors, and they have similar handles and stuff too. So yeah, it works pretty nicely. And then here I'm trying to find the coffee cups that came with Get Together. I couldn't find them anywhere. I'm using the Better Build and Buy system by Twisted Mexi. I'm really enjoying using this this mod, and like using the tool feature and everything is so handy. But sometimes when I go to find stuff, I don't know where they are, and I filtered by Get Together and I searched and I couldn't find them. So thankfully I've saved a room before of just like random kitchen clutter. You can find this on my gallery if you're interested, and I have the cups there. So what I decided to do was use the tool mod, size them up slightly, and then I stacked them on top of each other, and then I rotated the top one. Well, I raised it up first, and then I rotated it by just like 5 degrees, and it looks like the cup's like sitting inside the other one. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. If I remember to, I will just save these as like a decoration on the gallery. I'll put them in a room, and you guys can use them, and you don't have to rotate them yourselves. Although you'll want to keep in mind that they will snap to a surface, and then once they snap to a surface, then they'll snap to their original position, and they won't be rotated, but if you have the tool mod, you can rotate them. But if you use move objects and you move them without snapping to a surface, then they'll keep their original position. So yeah, keep that in mind. Some of you guys have been asking me to do like a tool mod tutorial, and that's definitely something I'm wanting to do. I'm planning on doing some tutorials, so I'll keep you guys posted. I'm taking like notes and kind of planning it out. I want it to be more like properly put together rather than like my voiceovers where I just go in and wing it. I'm not really sure if you guys know that. I'm sure you guys can probably tell, but I don't script anything or write anything down or plan anything. I mean, I have an idea as I'm building it. I kind of take a mental note of like the Sims that I want living in a particular build, or like the reason I did certain things, and I discuss it in the videos. But really, I kind of just wing it, and whatever comes out of my mouth is what happens. And yeah, sometimes I have to redo it though, because sometimes it's an utter mess and it's not something I want to share with you guys. I mean, it's never too bad, but sometimes I just can't talk or think of what I want to talk about. So that happens. But anyways, over here is going to be the bathroom. I had tried to decorate the living room once before, and it was not working out for me. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to arrange the furniture, what furniture I wanted to use. And so I decided just to move on, decorate the entryway, decorate the bathroom, and then return to the living room. And so that's what I did. But in here in the bathroom, I decided to clutter up the counters with some like makeup and random bathroom clutter that I could find. Also, there's a hair dryer, and thankfully with this whole build and buy or better build and buy system, I can find things so much easier that I don't normally use because they're just a bit hard to find or to see in like the debug catalog. And yeah, now that it's organized, I can find things so much easier. So I highly recommend it. The tool mod and the better build and buy system are so good. There's just a few things that I haven't been able to find. So I'm not sure if they're just not tagged properly with the better build and buy system, or what is happening there exactly. But yeah, thankfully though, you can save rooms to find things that you can't normally find, or you can just remove the mod or something. But yeah, it's only really been the statues that came from Snowy Escape, the monkey statues, and then those cups. So far, I've been able to find everything else. But let me know if you guys know where they're located, and maybe I just wasn't looking properly. But either way, over here is going to be the living room. I decided to use these couches that came with Eco Lifestyle. I thought they looked really nice in this blue and yellow swatch. I thought it was kind of fun. And then I'm using this basket that came with Cottage Living. I thought it actually looked like perfect in this apartment. I thought it matched the style really nicely, and it just looked so cozy. And then over there I do have that shelf that came with Eco Lifestyle. I love that shelf. I use it all of the time. It's such a nice item. But anyways, in here I felt like there was too much wall space, and I really don't like it when you have two walls that meet together at a corner and then you put artwork on both walls. I mean, I guess that's not always the case, but sometimes I feel like it just looks too repetitive and too much the same, and I wasn't sure how exactly I was going to, I don't know, make it look more interesting and make it look better. And so what I decided to do is use these shelves, and I cluttered up the top of it, and it just looked a little bit more interesting to me. It looked I think better than it would have if I would have just put another painting along that wall. And so what I do is I clutter up the top of it, add a bunch of different decorations, and I think it just looks so much better this way. And I'm using the OMSP shelf to easily place everything. And yeah, I think it looks really good. So hopefully you guys will like that too. And I actually used these bookshelves in the last apartment I did in the same apartment building. It was the other apartment, the one right next door. And I mentioned that these shelves were base game, and they're not. I think they came with Get to Work. I believe so. But yeah, some of you guys were like, I don't believe those are base game. But either way, yeah, that's it for the living room. I just added some brick as an accent, and I thought that looked pretty nice. And then over here is going to be the first bedroom that I decorate. So this room ends up having kind of a bluer color scheme to it. I was trying to make each of their styles like unique and individual, even though, like I said, I do imagine they have a lot in common. Like, I think they're both creative. This sim I imagined is more into painting, and I think she also likes yoga, so I put a yoga mat in here as well. And then other than that, I was basically just trying to pick out items that matched the color scheme that I was going for. And I really wanted a interesting mural wallpaper, because recently I've done some custom content builds, and the custom content that I've been using has beautiful wallpaper. It's by Harry and Felixander. I think the wallpapers, I'm not sure who created them though. I feel like they probably work on them together. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, that's the custom content that I've been using recently. And they have these beautiful wallpapers with these like greenery and animals, and just they're so cool. And I was hoping to find something that would kind of remind me of that in game, and really I couldn't find one, so I used the wallpaper that came from the paranormal stuff pack because it had some sort of flower detail on it and the colors were pretty, and I thought it made the room look a little bit more interesting. And I think I ended up using it in the pink version in here, but it really didn't have the same effect that that wallpaper has. But either way, I thought it looked kind of nice and kind of interesting. But in here is going to be the other room for the other sister. So this sister is a bit more feminine. She really likes pink, and she loves singing, and she loves clothes. And yeah, so she's very similar to her sister in the fact that she likes creative things like singing. Her sister's more into art, but yeah, other than that, they are still like the best of friends. So hopefully you guys have liked this apartment. Let me know what you guys think about it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the screenshot. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
I'm a long, long way from home. It's a long, long road I'm on, and the angels hear me cry. They sing me a lullaby, a lullaby. There's a picture in my hand of a faded smiling man, and the angels see me cry. They sing me a lullaby, they sing me a lullaby. If you take these tears from me, I will never ask for anything, 'cause the pain won't set me free.